Welcome to the Investors Trading Academy Economic Calendar of the Week. Each week, our news analysts review the upcoming economic events that you should be monitoring during the week. As we move into the middle of the month, economic data is becoming scarce. Third quarter earnings season kicks into high gear this week as investors also mull data tied to inflation, retail sales, and housing. Monday is a very light day, with US and Canadian markets closed for domestic holidays. The week kicks off with the Australian Bureau of Statistics releasing lending finance figures, while the Reserve Bank issues the August data on credit and debit card lending. Tuesday is being billed as Bank Tuesday because three of the largest US banks in assets are reporting: JP Morgan, Chase Citigroup, and Wells Fargo. As the week moves forward, traders have on tap two reports closely tied to consumer spending. A report on September retail sales will be released on Wednesday, and a report on consumer sentiment on Friday. Rising consumer sentiment generally translates into increased consumer spending, which makes up 70% of the US economy. The Federal Reserve is keeping a close eye on inflation, hoping prices move slightly higher to indicate growing economic momentum. They'll get a look Wednesday at the Producer Price Index, a gauge of prices at the producer level before the costs are passed on to consumers. If prices are moving higher for producers, they will in turn move higher for consumers. Housing data will also get scrutinized next week, with the release of September housing starts on Friday. In China, the week kicks off on Monday with September trade figures. Exports are healthy, reflecting improved global demand, especially in the US. But import growth has been sluggish of late, reflecting the challenges of rebalancing the Chinese economy. And on Wednesday in China, the September inflation data is released. As for most parts of the globe, inflation is not a problem at present. Traders will also hear from Mario Draghi twice on Wednesday as he tries to keep the Eurozone out of recession. On Friday, Federal Reserve Chairwoman Janet Yellen gives a presentation with the Federal Reserve of Bank of Boston Conference. There's little on the economics calendar for Europe this week, with UK claimant count midweek and German ZEW sentiment on Tuesday.